The Jimmy Butler trade situation may be coming to an end here soon, and if he were to get traded this season, there is only really one team that would be willing to give up a lot of assets to trade for him, at least this season. As NBA Central and they reported from the Stein line kind of just said recently today, the Phoenix Suns reportedly want Jimmy Butler bad, and also they quoted, "Phoenix wants Butler and Butler wants Phoenix. I've heard they want him bad." One league source says of the Suns, but the obstacles preventing such a swap continue to be considerable before Bradley Beal's obsessively discussed no-trade clause can even come into play. Miami and Phoenix need a third team willing to absorb Beal's monster contract to emerge. This whole tweet is basically saying that the Suns have come to the conclusion that they want Jimmy Butler, and Jimmy Butler is more than fine going to the Phoenix Suns. And there is only one obstacle stopping them from trading for Jimmy Butler, and it's freaking Bradley Beal and his no-trade clause, as they need a third team to take on his contract, and he would have to be willing to go there to accept his no-trade clause. So, Suns fans and Heat fans, if you want to get rid of Jimmy Butler, Bradley Beal is the main issue here, as there is no real other team competing for the Jimmy Butler sweepstakes, I guess you could say, as the Warriors are saying they're not willing to trade Jonathan Kuminga, so that basically takes them out of the situation. And the Warriors are basically the next team up behind the Phoenix Suns, so the Warriors are gone. The Phoenix Suns are probably the last team left in the race. And NBA Central actually tweeted out this from Bobby Marks saying, "I think there's a strong likelihood Jimmy Butler is on the Heat roster past the February 6th trade deadline, and he picks up that $52 million player option," which can bring a whole new possibility of what can happen with Jimmy Butler. And that possibility would be absolutely nothing. He just stays the Heat, picks up that player option. Maybe they don't play him this year. That could be a possibility, but nothing could really change at all from all this drama. But to even add on to all of this, Kendrick Perkins actually has some sources and some insight on what could happen here if Jimmy Butler does go to the Phoenix Suns. And I'll play the clip for you, honestly. Just watch and listen to what he has to say.
It's about two things, okay? It's about money, right? And from my sources, they're telling me that the Suns have a 2-year, $121 million extension waiting on Jimmy. Okay?
I believe it.
All right. I mean, I ain't no genius, but that's like 60 a year, okay?
Woo, somebody is drunk over there.
Hold on. Keep a cool booty, all right? Here's the next thing. Okay? It's about relationships. And the relationship is Jimmy Butler and Kevin Durant.
Ooh.
Now, I told you this about 2 weeks ago when we made this bet, that not only do Phoenix, yes, the organization, they want him. You know why? Because Kevin Durant wants Jimmy Butler. And if he does get Jimmy Butler, which I believe he will, they're both going to sign contract extensions. KD is going to sign as well. Now, what happens with Devin Booker in the near future, I don't know. But at the end of the day, this would make sense.
So there is actually more to this. It could be Kevin Durant telling the Phoenix Suns organization, trade for Jimmy Butler or I'm not going to sign an extension. I might be out. And this kind of rivals the Kawhi Leonard Paul George situation, as they're like, Kawhi's not going to sign to the Clippers if they don't get Paul George. So Kevin Durant's trying to, tell the Suns that he wants this or he's going to leave, basically. And as I mentioned in a past video, go check it out if you haven't checked it out already, Charles Barkley says about Devin Booker, "I think he's too nice of a guy. Also, he doesn't hold the other guys accountable. I think that's why they want to get Jimmy Butler." And honestly, Charles Barkley is saying this about the Phoenix Suns organization, but Kevin Durant could also be thinking this too. Maybe he realizes that Devin Booker is so skilled, but he's too quiet. He's not as outgoing or aggressive as a Jimmy Butler might be, and he might be thinking, maybe a Jimmy Butler could be huge for our team to actually win a championship, because the Phoenix Suns are struggling this year. I don't know, maybe I'm just yapping, but let me know what you guys think in the comments. I think there's a lot of interesting news that kind of just came out here, so yeah, I mean, the Phoenix Suns honestly need to make a move soon, and I think they're the only team that's really all in for the Jimmy Butler sweepstakes. I think a lot of other teams are kind of just playing passive. They don't want to give up too much for someone who's making that much money and at that age, so yeah, I mean, let me know what you guys think, and yeah.